Hey guys, today we're taking a look at my zombie mill deck. So I've never actually built this type of deck before. I've done some zombie builds, but never the mill deck type. So this is going to be very experimental. I'm trying some things, but I'm hoping to get advice and play around with it, as time goes on. So I start to learn the deck type. But my first attempt at it, zombies are a very interesting archetype just in general because they have so many different builds, like a burn builder, a swarming build, synchro, XYZ fusion. Like they have a lot of variety in terms of what they can build around. And this is another example. They can build solely around mill, which is a really crazy deck type. I'm not sure how strong it is. I think it's more of just a fun deck type, but it can do some really impressive things. And it's probably one of the fastest mills in the game when it does have the right card combination and it gets the right setup on the field. So first off in this deck, we're going to be running 3 Mezuki, obviously an extremely valuable card in zombies. I really love that this isn't, limited or semi-limited anymore. You can have 3 of it. Gives you a really impressive ability in this deck to special summon, which is very important. 3 Mystic Tomato, searching out what you need, and also more special summons depending on what's going on because of, zombie world and what we're trying to do. 3 Plaguespreader, again another card that I really love that it's not on the list anymore, so we can make even more special summons very quickly with this card. 3 Pyramid Turtle, similar to Mystic Tomato, again giving us more special summons, giving us some ramming power to get more special summons going, which is the big part of the deck. And then the star card of the deck, Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. So it's a lock card that also mills your opponent when you summon zombies. So the main idea is that you want to keep special summoning zombie cards that are going to keep activating the milling, get more cards on the field. Hopefully have 2 or 3 copies of this and special summon zombies, and also get out zombie world so your opponent also can't special summon or they're going to lose all their cards. That's the main component to the deck type. And then we have 2 Summoner Monk, giving us some nice consistency to get out Lavalval Chain to make our plays to do some things that we need to do. 3 Zombie Master, again a great special summon card for zombies, will allow us to abuse Bone Tower very easily. We're going to be running a very high spell count to be able to really make use of what we're trying to do. 1 Allure of Darkness, good in this type of deck. 3 Book of Life, extremely valuable in this deck type, obviously. 3 Dark World Dealings, helping the mill and also helping us get what we need, and also discarding, which is nice for us. Foolish Burial, sending what we need to the graveyard. Inferno Reckless Summon, so this is exclusively used to get out Soul Absorbing Bone Tower, so we can get 3 copies of it, so we can do the 6 mills per summon, which will start to, make the deck very strong when we do have that going. So that's why we're going to be running 3 of this. 1 Messenger of Peace, just helping us stall. Not a big component to the deck, but is nice in certain situations if you can't get the lock going. 1 Soul Charge. If Soul Charge wasn't limited, it would be a really, impressive card for this deck because we'll be able to easily get out our summons, and life points aren't a big deal with this deck type, so Soul Charge, just very valuable. Terraforming to help us get Zombie World. Zombie World, extremely powerful in this deck. It's a great anti-meta card, but also its ability to make everything zombies is insane when we have our Bone Towers up. Basically, our opponent's going to get punished extremely heavily for summoning out, any monster, special summoning, I mean. So very powerful, and then again, we get the bonus from Mystic Tomato and Summoner Monk when we do have Soul Absorbing Bone Tower, which is nice. And traps, obviously not a big component to the deck. We're not, doing the normal trap build. Just 3 Royal Decree because I found that traps were really limiting our ability, like Torrential Tribute and, Bottomless and things like that. I think we're really limiting the deck's potential because it needs to get out certain cards. So I'm running Royal Decree. I think it might help in the long run for this deck type. So now for the extra deck, obviously going to be running some synchros with Plaguespreader and some XYZs. A lot of just staple ones that will be useful depending on our levels. Catastor, Armades, Beelze with our, Plaguespreader, obviously, Black Rose. Definitely want to have some zombie synchros in case we don't have Zombie World up, or in case, we do and still want additional zombie power so we can make some more special summons. So Doomkaiser, Revive King, obviously. Stardust, I like having that, definitely to protect in this type of deck. You want to keep Bone Tower from being destroyed. If you have the lock going, they're usually going to need a destruction card to get through the Bone Tower, so nice to have Stardust. Also Void Ogre Dragon, just nice to deal with, a spell or trap that'll really mess with what you're trying to do. For the XYZs, just some staples, Exciton, Silent Honor, 2 Lavalval Chain, just because it's a pretty essential card for the deck. It, is really aimed at getting the graveyard to where we need it to be. Leviair and Shadow Lich, again, just helping us summon to get more power. Shadow Lich is nice, kind of a last-ditch kind of zombie we can summon to get additional mill, so nice to have access to that. Not a lot of zombie XYZs and the synchros we have access to, which is kind of disappointing. If we had more, I would definitely run them. and then one Master Key Beetle, just in case. Could be nice to protect our field card and stuff like that, and protect the bone towers as well. So now for the side deck, if you haven't seen a video of mine before, in the side deck I kind of just go through other recommended cards, other ideas, other things I'm kind of just throwing around in the deck type. Not meant to be a side deck for matches, but I'm just throwing around, some things that really could be useful for Zombie Mill and some things that I've seen from some other interesting builds. You can run Armageddon Knight, Mathematician. They both can send things to the graveyard, but a little more inconsistent. I'm still messing around with them. Blue-Blooded Oni looks kind of interesting because you can easily get special summons from bringing out XYZ, so that looks interesting. Giant Rat also can be very useful. You can do even more ramming to special summon even more things and just do a lot of summons at once. You could do a lot of milling there if you do have Zombie World up. Goblin Zombie, again, for a zombie build is nice. Illbud, another kind of interesting one that you can allow yourself to special summon more zombies to, do the mill even further. Kasha is an interesting one. This will blow up your opponent's field. It'll get rid of your bone towers, but it'll still allow you to get a free special summon from it, so that can be nice for finishing off your opponent or just really blowing up the field. Malice Ascendant is a really nice mill card, but it's not really aimed at what we're trying to do, which is special summoning zombies. But again, still really nice to have that mill consistently. Spirit Reaper has some nice plays that you can do with a deck like this. Hand Destruction, similar cards could be useful. Super Poly, you can run that and then run Dragon Necro, which could be kind of an interesting combination to do more special summons to get things out, and it's a really interesting card overall. Upstart Goblin, we don't care about life points, obviously. Reckless Greed obviously could be nice with this deck. Zoma is a zombie, so that's another one you can use to get a free special summon of a zombie card, and your opponent's not going to, be a big fan of attacking this, so that's another thing that you can do in this deck type. So that's my zombie mill, again just focused on the bone tower, bringing out zombies, special summoning, swarming, a pretty fun, crazy archetype that you don't get to see very often, but has some really cool things it could do, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, more zombie special summons that it can do to kind of abuse the bone tower and do some pretty crazy stuff. But if you guys do have your own zombie mill deck, post below, let me know in the comments, talk about what cards you use. Maybe you guys can make some suggestions for me because I'm pretty new to this, deck type, so I'm trying some things out, but let me know in the comments. But that's about it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.